Hi there. Today, we're going to talk about something almost all of us have faced at some point: procrastination. Let's try to look at procrastination from a different angle. A softer one, a kinder one, a more honest one. We're here to understand ourselves, to understand why we procrastinate, and more importantly, how we can move past it, so that one day, we don't have to look back and say the words, "What if?" 1. We procrastinate not because we're lazy, but because the goal isn't meaningful enough. We often blame ourselves. I don't know why I keep procrastinating, maybe I'm just lazy. But honestly, we are not lazy. When we truly love something, when we truly want something, when we truly believe in something, we don't need anyone to push us. Think about it. We've stayed up all night doing something we're passionate about. We've rushed out just to see someone we cared about. We've skipped meals because we were so focused on something we enjoyed. We've taught ourselves skills no one required us to learn. If we were lazy, we wouldn't be able to do those things. Procrastination doesn't come from laziness. It comes from disconnection. Disconnection from the task. Disconnection from the goal. Disconnection from the reason behind it. And when there's no meaningful connection, our brain chooses the easier option. Let's just deal with it later. 2. Procrastination is a signal, not a self-judgment. We treat procrastination like an enemy, a failure, a sign that something is wrong with me. But procrastination is actually a signal, a quiet message from inside saying, "This isn't something I truly want. This doesn't give me meaning. I'm doing this for someone else, not myself. I'm exhausted. I don't see a future for myself in this." Procrastination doesn't come to destroy us. It comes to protect us. In a clumsy, imperfect way, it protects us from burnout, from pressure, from walking down a path that doesn't belong to us. And if we learn to listen, procrastination becomes a surprisingly helpful guide. 3. What we really lack is a big enough goal. Here's a gentle truth. We procrastinate the most when our goals are too small, too dull, too dry, too unexciting. Goals like, "I should do this. I have to do that. Everyone expects me to. Society says this is the right thing." These goals don't pull us forward. They don't inspire us. They don't make our heart beat faster. But when we have a big enough goal, a reason that truly matters to us, everything changes. Suddenly, we want to start. We want to move. We want to stay consistent. We want to get rid of procrastination. Not because someone told us to, but because it's our life. A meaningful goal is the kind that makes us ask, "If I don't do this, will I regret it someday?" 4. Procrastination happens because we're living someone else's life. Think of how many times we've studied something that wasn't ours, worked a job that didn't bring us alive, chased a goal that never belonged to us, kept a habit we didn't even understand anymore, did things just to avoid disappointing others. We live by expectations, parents' expectations, society's expectations, old habits, fear of judgment, and then we wonder why we procrastinate. Our body procrastinates because it knows the path isn't right. Our mind procrastinates because it can't find meaning. Our heart procrastinates because it refuses to live a borrowed life. Procrastination whispers, "This isn't the road meant for you." And when we shift toward what's truly ours, toward our own rhythm, procrastination naturally loses its power. 5. Let go of what no longer brings joy or value. One major cause of procrastination is this: we're carrying too much. Too many tasks we don't want. Too many relationships that drain us. Too many responsibilities that aren't ours. Too many goals that don't come from our heart. Life fills up with what we should do, what we have to do, what others expect us to do. And procrastination shows up as a reminder. Choose again. Let go. Simplify. Let go of what no longer brings joy. Let go of goals that aren't yours. Let go of work that exhausts your spirit. Let go of relationships that drain your energy. We were not born to please the whole world. We were born to live our own life. When life becomes simpler, when the mind becomes lighter, action becomes clear, and procrastination fades. 6. We must dare to start, even when we're not good, even when we're scared. One of the biggest reasons we procrastinate is fear. Fear of doing badly, fear of making mistakes, fear of failing, fear of being judged, fear of not being good enough. But here's the truth. No one is good at something the first time. No one is confident on their first try. No one steps into the world without trembling. We just need to begin. Even if small, even if slow, a tiny action today is better than a perfect action tomorrow. Because tomorrow doesn't exist. And if it comes, we'll likely procrastinate again. Confidence doesn't come before action. It is born from action. 7. Be kind to yourself, not harsh. We think we'll improve if we criticize ourselves. But harshness only makes us smaller, weaker, more afraid. People grow not through judgment, but through understanding. When we tell ourselves, "It's okay, let's do this little by little," we soften. And when we soften, we start to move. Kindness isn't self-indulgence. It's the environment we need in order to grow. 8. Don't let your future be filled with, "What if?" The words, "what if?" are some of the most painful in life. Not because we failed, but because we never tried. What if I had started sooner? What if I had dared to try? What if I had believed in myself? What if I had lived the way I truly wanted? We don't know what the future holds, but we do know this. If we keep procrastinating, keep fearing, keep living for others, we will regret it. But if today we begin, just a tiny step, a small action, a gentle shift, we prevent many future regrets. We don't need big actions. We just need real actions. 9. The journey to overcoming procrastination begins here, today. We don't need to wait for a new year. We don't need to wait for free time. We don't need to wait until we're perfect. We don't need to wait until everything aligns. Life will never be perfectly ready for us, but it is always ready enough for us to start. So from today, we live for ourselves. We choose a goal big enough. We let go of what no longer serves us. We dare to act, even if imperfectly. We treat ourselves kindly. And most importantly, we refuse to let our future be filled with, "What if?" Procrastination might win for a day, but if tomorrow we take one more step, we're still moving in the right direction. This life is ours. No one can live it for us. No one can regret it for us. No one can write this story except us. And we deserve to write it in a way that, when we look back, we feel proud,